Hey everybody, this is MaryThomas with Remax Professionals, and how are you
Hi, Jennifer
today?
Fiore with Guild Mortage. Before we get into this, I just want to tell you, I think I need to go play the lotto. Went to the grocery store this morning. I found TV. Crazy. Sorry,
If you
just
win,
had to
don't
do it.
forget us small people.
Right. You know, you got to have fun, even in these times. So thank you so much for reaching out, though.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I think this is so important. We're going to take a huge curveball from what we've been talking about, but this is really awesome that you're here. I know that there's a lot of mixed emotions. There's a lot of uncertainty. We don't know all these kind of things, but what makes this just wonderful is that we get to get through this together. And we've already tackled things that have come up this week that we're here to tell you guys and share with you. One of the things that just before we get into the nitty and gritty is just what we're considering. All the scientists and everyone saying is that things should be getting back to normal, close to the third and fourth quarter, absolutely, of this year. The reason being is that it's very different than a market crash like in 2008, where it took many years to recover from that. This is an event cycle, and yes, because there is an event happening, some of the industries are being affected, food, travel. There are effects that happen in the marketplace, but when this is all said and done, everyone is talking about how it will just move forward. Life will go on and things will get steady back in place, unlike a market crash. So that's why you're here. Let's talk about some scenarios that you're seeing, Jennifer, and how you helped your clients and everyone through the uncertainty of when this all started. If we are in contract and this just happened, is it over? What's going on? Can we proceed?
It's not over. No, the beauty of our industry is that we are run so much on technology. It's amazing. So the biggest questions I'm getting from people in contract is, how are you going to be able to continue? And the brilliance there is we can do a lot of our verifications we need to. It's all electronic anyway. A big piece of it is recording, which we do know in our county that the recorder's office is closed to the public, but there's still e-recording. So even if they were to go down, say on the e-recording side, the lenders across the country are already trying to figure out ways that this doesn't have an impact and just close the doors right now. So there are options available to, besides e-recording, have a title company issue an endorsement that endorses the loan so it can still close, so people can still move. A lot of mortgage companies are working on verifications of employment. I think the biggest thing from a buyer's perspective already in contract right now is verification of employment. So lenders do it a couple times. They do it at the beginning, they do it at the end. The one at the end is going to now be done on the funding day to make sure that you're still employed. Part of our job is to make sure the income we're using is likely to continue and stable. So for somebody who is not impacted, say by less hours or a furlough or temporary leave, that shouldn't have any impact on them whatsoever. There will be some cases where people have been furloughed or have less hours or temporarily laid off, that it could delay the transaction. I think the real key here is every situation is different. And if you feel you're in that boat that maybe my verification at the end isn't going to come through, you can start addressing it now. You want to talk to your lender, you want to talk to your agent, you want to talk to the selling side, because they're going to feel some pressure on that as well, right? We're all in it together. We're all going through the same. And there is a lot of fear here, which that's a struggle, because if you don't know how long it's going to go, your mind can just go off onto all of these worst case scenarios. But ultimately, we're in this together. So everybody, in the village, because it takes a village on these transactions, is trying to figure out and working together to help people not disrupt their move or their sale, what have you. So another piece that I know some lenders are doing that we are doing extended locks. So we have a 90-day lock program that we're set up for people. That way, even if it does get a little delayed, it's not a if it's not done in 45 days, the deal's over. We can lock it for longer. But again, it's communicate, communicate, communicate. Your agent, the listing side, the sellers, the lenders, everybody needs to come together and just kind of work as a team like we always do. It's just a little bit more important communication wise right now to make sure that we're all on the same page. So,
and so far I've seen that is actually a really wonderful thing that has come out of this, is that the more communication with everyone as a whole, to know this is what's going on here, this is how this is affected, how does this affect you, the communication's actually like a under hidden blessing, because you have more knowledge of everyone's situation, and everyone's taking a step back and saying, you know what, that makes sense. And in one way, I want to just highlight that people really do in times of crisis come together and understand. So what I've been seeing from the sellers and the buyers is, okay, yes, so mine, we're going to delay it a little bit because we need to go through these steps now. Well, in past times when things were super crazy, might not have been as understanding when something comes up, where now it's, you know what, that makes absolute sense. What do you want from me? How can I help? And in the meantime, do we just, you know, I don't have money to do all these repairs. Can we extend that as well? So everyone's working together, which is that hidden little gem that I always look for.
It is. There's a lot of gems in this. I mean, it's definitely scary at times, but besides that piece of communication and everybody feeling that, you know what, we are in this together. The other side of it too is, you know, you get to spend all this time with your family. I was just telling you a minute ago, I played Monopoly with my kids last night for like a couple hours. But sadly though, the Monopoly game that I got when I went to the store, it was the only one left. It was a Mrs. Monopoly. I didn't read it because it was the last one there. Well, crazily enough, if the girls pass go, they get $240. But if the boys pass go, they only get $200. And my 11-year-old thought it was hysterical. And he goes, wait a minute, this is kind of a sexist game. I couldn't believe it. So we got the wrong Monopoly, but we played it anyway. So, I mean, fun stuff like that. You know, spend some time with your family, go on a walk, go on a bike ride. We will get through all of this, and it's not going to be a market crash. I do not believe that at all. It is just something that we're going through at this point, and it will get better. You know, look out for your neighbors, you know, look out for each other. And that's really that communication piece. If you're in contract right now, just open up those lines of communication, call your lender and ask those questions. That's what we're here for. If I've got a lot of clients right now who are living in that fear mentality, what do I do? And if we can walk them through that and explain what we're doing on our side to help alleviate some of that fear, then everybody sleeps better at night. And you guys do the same thing, Mary. I know you're wonderful at this, addressing fears with clients. That's what we're here for. So just pick up the phone and call your agent, call your lender, and make sure you have those discussions so that everybody knows where everybody's specific situation is. So.
And the empathy everyone's having for the situation is, like we were saying, just let us know what you got going on, what's going through your mind, what you need, and what you're wanting to do. And from there, we communicate. We're there with you no matter what your decision is. It really doesn't matter, because in the end game, it's about what's best for you and your family and your comfort level. That's it. So,
exactly.
Always, you know, when you pick your team, your agent, your lender, your title company, I know that we all feel the same way. It really is what is best for you at this time, and we're here to help. And you know, I know things are crazy, but you're still there answering phones, you're still communicating. If they need to get a hold of you and just run some scenarios, ideas or things, if they have a house and they maybe don't live in one, and you know, different scenarios, everyone's different. How would they get a hold of you? How do they start the conversation to help get through this little time that we're in?
So the best way to reach me is always my cell phone, 775-338-5059. I've got it on me at all times. Reach out, call. There is no stupid question at this point, and we love those questions. So give us a call.
Promises when she hits the lotto.
I'm going to go play. I'm telling you.
to not forget us small people here. And
Right.
there's anything that I can do, any questions, for right now, this is really just, we want to say, the only thing we want to do is answer questions if you have any. And if not, just spend this time with your family and enjoy this time, because really without family and your friends, what is it all worth anyway?
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Thank you again, Jennifer.
Thank you, Mary.
Shoot her a call if you have any questions, any concerns on your loan. And if there's any questions I can help you with and get you pointed in the right direction, shoot me a call as well, 775-682-1973. Till next time.
Bye, Mary.
Bye.